Hey everyone, BioLizard1 here, and today I'm going to bring you my Halloween themed battle, and this is a battle I had against TheJustIndy. And in this battle I'm actually using Halloween themed Pokemon, which means that my Pokemon are either dark or ghost type Pokemon, or a combination of dark and ghost with another species. And my opponent is going to use a team also based on Halloween type Pokemon, so this is really going to be one fun match. Anyway, I'm going to start off with Gengar. He's going to start off with his Bisharp. Now, I'm going to go for my substitute straight off the bat because most of the Bisharp tend to go for Thunder Wave and then Iron Head Flinch after Swords Downs, but this guy is some special type of Bisharp because he's going to go for a Dual Chop, which means that it's going to break my sub, and next turn it's going to be able to get some residual damage on me. Obviously I don't want to get hit by another Dual Chop, so I'm just going to switch out into my own Bisharp, thinking that if he goes for that Dual Chop it's not going to do that much damage on me. But he's actually going to go for a Rock Polish, and Rock Polish is going to boost up his speed, but I don't really care because I'm just going to go for my Thunder Wave, which means that his speed boost is just rendered useless. Next, I'm gonna go for Stealth Rocks because I really feel like in any team, even at Halloween, it's always good to put up your Stealth Rocks. And next, I'm gonna switch out into my Dracula, my Drapion, because I also want to spam the floor with Toxic Spike, so every Pokemon that comes in is going to get hit by that dreadful poison, and he's gonna be able to wither down bit by bit by bit until all of the life strength is removed out of his body. So if that didn't sound really scary, then I don't know, so that's the best I can do for Halloween. Now he's gonna be whirlwinded out into his Gengar. I'm just gonna narrate at this point where I left off, and he's just gonna recover a little bit with his leftovers, so I can see that he isn't choiced in any way, which is good for me. And yeah, now he's gonna go for a substitute, and I think that was kind of a risky move because if I went for Whirlwind straight off the bat, then he might have had a chance of just losing his sub and just giving up 1/4 of his hit points. But I'm not gonna complain. I just went for Crunch there. He's gonna go for Destiny Bound, a move he did not reveal yet on his Pokemon. But I'm just not gonna fall for it. I was expecting him to either go for another substitute, so I'm just gonna Whirlwind him out there. And he brings in his Sharpedo. Now, here is where Toxic Spikes don't really come in handy for me, because most of the Sharpedos carry Speed Boost as an ability these days, so that kind of means that paralyzing him with my Bisharp would be the better option. But now at least I'm gonna get some good damage on him because I have both Toxic Spikes damage as his Life Orb damage, so he's gonna rack up if I hit him with an additional move, so I'm not really bothered by it too much. Like I said, he's gonna get his speed boost raise, and he was overpredicting first time, but he's not gonna overpredict the second time, which means that he's gonna go for an Earthquake right now. Since I'm part poison, it's gonna be super effective damage on me, which kind of means that my Drapion is gonna die early, which is not too great for me because he was one of my phasers, actually my only phaser, and I could have used him better in the further events of this game. I'm gonna switch out into my Raven now. Going for a Sucker Punch is gonna activate my Moxie ability since I've taken him down, so that's really great that this guy has already died. He's gonna switch back into his Bisharp, and since I don't run Superpower, I'm not gonna be able to take him out. If I ran Superpower, then yeah, it would have been very easy for me to win this battle, but unfortunately I'm only packed with Sucker Punch and Brave Bird, which basically means that I'm not gonna be able to take him out in one turn. So I'm just gonna switch into my Spiritus, which is my Rotom, and I just went for a Shadow Ball. Not really sure why I did that. I was kind of expecting him to switch out, but he's not going to. And actually he's gonna go for a Psycho Cut, if I'm correct. And that is actually not gonna do a lot of damage to me because my Rotom is my physically defensive wall on this team, so it's not gonna do that much damage. I'm gonna Volt Switch out right now and go into my Chandelure. He's gonna go for a Dual Chop, and it kinda does more than I expected it to do because it took out of a chunk of 100 hit points, and that's not really great for me. So what I'm gonna do now is Fire Blast, hoping that he does not carry the Sucker Punch, but I kinda scouted out quite some moves and I didn't really see it yet, so I'm pretty confident that he doesn't have it. But I'm gonna go for that Fire Blast straight off the bat, and I'm finally rid of that stupid Bisharp who was annoying me the entire time. And this is actually a substitute pain split set I run on my Chandelure, and that basically means that I'm not going to be able to take this T-Tar out with an energy ball or something of that kind, or a hidden power fighting, and I'm actually going to switch out into my Bisharp, and he's going to go for a Smackdown. And really I didn't understand that move because you don't really see Tyranitar with Smackdown all of this most lately, but this guy actually runs some original movesets, so if you're interested in that, then please check him out, you won't regret it. Back to the battle, I'm just gonna go for an Iron Head. Since it's super effective, it's gonna take a huge chunk of damage out of this T-Tar's hit points. And I'm actually gonna be faster than him, so that shows me that he does not have any speed investment, because Bisharp isn't really fast at all, so outspeeding him kind of proves that this Tyranitar is really slow. Next, he's gonna be switched out into his Gengar, and this is a problem for me because this Gengar has access to substitute, which means that I have to play out my cards right. I'm actually gonna sacrifice my Bisharp here so I can bring in my Honchkrow, I think. Let me see if that's correct. Yeah, I'm gonna send in my Honchkrow, and I was kind of thinking, he might overpredict and go for that Brave Bird because he's gonna predict me to go for substitute, so that's why I went for that Sucker Punch straight off the bat, but he's actually gonna make a nice play, go for that substitute, and this is kind of problematic for me because now I need 2 turns to take out this Gengar. If I had my Drapion, it wouldn't have been a problem at all because then I would have had access to the Whirlwind, so that means that Gengar would have been just sent out soaring away in the Hurricane because of that Whirlwind, but now he's actually gonna be able to lay his hands on me and go for that Focus Blast as you saw right there. I'm gonna survive barely, which isn't really a good thing because otherwise I would have been able to switch out into my own Gengar and maybe outspeed him if he has enough hidden power fire. I don't have it on my Gengar, so then I might have been able to outspeed him. But he's actually gonna go for a substitute again. I'm gonna predict that this turn, and I'm gonna go for Roost. I'm gonna go for a Sucker Punch again, expecting him to go for the attacking move this time. And now he's at an amount of health where he's not going to be able to set up his substitute. But Hex is gonna love me at this turn. This is Halloween and some strange things are happening right here. He's gonna go for that Focus Blast. I'm gonna miss it. He's gonna go for what's it called? He's gonna go for Destiny Bomb this turn, and that is actually gonna disable my Sucker Punch from working. And there were actually 2 things I could have done right here. Is kept going for that Roost while he goes for Destiny Bomb. So I'm not really sure what I should do. Maybe the better thing for me was just to go for that Roost and wait until he does not use Destiny Bombs anymore. But yeah, it's kind of tricky to do that, so he will always have the upper hand because I'm not going to be able to outspeed this Gengar any day. So I was thinking, yeah, fuck it, I'm just gonna go for that Brave Bird, take him down, and yeah, it has a cost, it has a price. I have to sacrifice my Honchkrow, but at least that stupid Gengar is out of the way. Now his last 2 Pokemon are Wobbuffet and Houndoom, and I'm actually gonna go into my Rotom, and yeah, luckily I have Stealth Rocks up. But this Houndoom is actually going to go for that Sucker Punch, and even though I'm physically defensive, it's going to do a lot of damage. Now I'm going to go for that Volt Switch, and it's not going to do a thing, and I didn't really know that Houndooms were that bulky, but yeah, it's nice to see how bulky they are. And here I'm either debating what I should go for, because I really don't want to get another Sucker Punch in the face. So I was thinking, he might not overpredict and go for another Sucker Punch, and I can get some toxic damage on him then. So I'm just gonna switch out into my Rotom, but he's gonna go for a role play and he's gonna copy my ability, which is Levitate in this case. So I really didn't see the point of going for that move, but yeah, I guess it works out because he has a levitating Houndoom right now. So now I'm gonna go back into my Jack. This is my Gengar, and he's actually gonna go for Flame Charge. And really, you're probably thinking, why didn't you just go for the Shadow Ball or for the Focus Blast and take out this Houndoom? The reason is because he had that Sucker Punch, and I really didn't want him to take out my Gengar this easily, but it actually has Flame Charge, and Flame Charge is even worse for me because now his speed has raised by 1 stage, which means that he's going to be able to outspeed both Gengar and my Chandelure. Luckily, I have my Toxic Spikes up, and I just have to hope for it that they take him out. They take out this Houndoom with Poison this turn, because otherwise, yeah, this game is over for me. But as you will see right here, Poison is going to be at an amount of health where he's going to be able to take me down. And now his last Pokemon he's going to be using is Wobbuffet. And the question you'll all be wondering now, is a Stab Shadow Ball with Life Orb going to be enough to take out Wobbuffet? Now, I'm going to go for a substitute right now because I was expecting the Mirror Coat, and that way I was going to be able to have an additional turn of Sandstorm and poison damage. But that was actually very stupid because if he has Encore, I'm screwed right now. So the thing I'm going to do now is go for a Shadow Ball. He does not go for Encore, strangely, so I'm guessing he does not have it. I'm going to go for that Shadow Ball straight off the bat, and it's going to bring him down to like 10 hit points, it told me. His special defense is going to drop, but this basically means that my now he's going to go for Encore, but this means that my Chandelure is going to die due to the Sandstorm. He's going to get some Sandstorm damage, but it's not going to take him out, and which means he's going to survive this battle with 10 hit points. So that was actually a very entertaining battle, very fun to watch during Halloween. I hope you guys enjoyed this battle. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. The question of today will be, what will you be doing for Halloween? I'll be just checking out some scary movie at home with my girlfriend. What will you be doing? Leave your answer as a reply in the comment section below, and really enjoy this wonderful evening. Bye guys, and see you later.